So you said that the main challenge right now is to keep that hunger going every year,
Yes,
right?
100%.
That everyone has to play at like the best level.
Yes.
And that's something Pep's like thought through.
And Pep doesn't care if at the end of the day, like the most experienced players on the pitch or a young guy just coming from the academy that is 17, 18, 19 years old, like if he feels like, okay, for the moment, for this game, I feel most confident and comfortable with the young player, he just goes for it, then you find yourself maybe on the bench or whatever. So you need to also find for yourself, and there goes a lot of responsibility for each player individually. You need to find also your personal drive to go again, Obviously, he helps you, and the coaching staff, the people around the club, they help you a lot, they support you. But if it's not coming from yourself at one point, it's not that easy, to be honest with you.
And honestly, I think you guys play beautiful football.
I think so too.
Right?
I agree. And from a player's point of view, football that is enjoyable, because we are not just sitting around our own goal and trying to defend in our own box and just playing long balls and try to make something happen by luck or by coincidence. We have a plan, and we train for that. We have a target, and we want the ball. I mean, as a young child, when you grow up and when you love football, what do you want? You want to have the ball always on your feet, You sometimes to that extent that you don't even want to pass it to the teammate or whatever, you just want to dribble and you want to score by yourself. I mean, that's the most enjoyable thing also, at the end of the day, to have the ball, to keep it in your team. Don't allow the opponent to get the ball, So these are things that are until today still very important for him, and for his idea, for his style of play. And he prefers, and he said it already himself a few times, he prefers to die, with that philosophy, to go under with that philosophy, to lose, than trying to change it, and make his team play something that is not his identity, that he doesn't want his team to be the identity, And I get that, to be honest. And that's maybe also a reason why when I came first, the first couple of years, maybe we struggled a little bit because there was some sort of adaptation time. But I feel like once the team gets it and clicks, and everyone is behind that idea, this can be also quite unstoppable, which everyone else has seen, over the last few years.
Yeah. Something tells me you're going to become a manager at some point. You have that kind of mind. You've worked with Pep now for 7-8 years?
7 years in my first period, and when I came back, this is my 8th year now with him.
Okay. So you know him on a personal level as well, right?
I would say yes, I know him. Yeah.
I have a couple of questions. One, at least for the senior guys like yourself, does he let you guys into his own head and heart, or does he keep that distance as a leader? And the second question is, what have you gotten to know about his head? Why is he chasing greatness so much at this stage of his life?
Well, I mean, the second question, I just feel like I haven't seen anyone, dedicated to his job, to his profession, to his responsibility also in terms of, making the team, the club successful as much as Pep. I just feel like that this I don't want it to sound negative, but it's in some way also a little bit obsessed, with winning, with, enjoying also, the way that we play, and enjoy, the process, the whole thing, also with its downs. So I feel like, also even that period right now, but I see in him, like that he kind of enjoys to deal with the difficulties that we have right now and to turn it around, and to make it better and to make us successful and to make us winning again, and I feel like his brain is constantly working, constantly thinking, constantly reconsidering, about everything. And I mean, I didn't have that many managers in my career so far, but, compared to him, I just feel like that's something unique. Obviously, the other managers, they all had also big qualities, and they have this as well, of course, otherwise they would have not been successful. But I just feel like that Pep is still a little bit unique and special, in that sense. And I think just the drive, that he has, it's just incredible.
I really want to know what happened in Pep's childhood. Like, how did he become this guy who's this He's a legendary midfielder at Barcelona. Then he still goes and gets this managerial career. So many players are not able to transition like that. Like legends of the game, not able to become good managers. And he's become probably the greatest of all time. I really want to know why he's doing what he's doing and what happened in his childhood.
I mean, if you listen to him, he mentions Cruyff a lot, you know, during his time in Barcelona, and that he was his mentor, you know, that he has learned everything from him. So obviously, I don't really know what happened there, but I feel like Cruyff there's a big connection, you know, between him and him.
I think he's going to be remembered in the same way 100 years from now. They're going to bracket the two together.
I'm quite sure, yes. I mean, I just feel like he changed also a lot of aspects, you know, of the game. He invented a lot of things, I feel like, you know. And now you can question if it was originally from him or maybe someone else. I don't know, but if you connect a possession-based game, you know, and if you see how everyone now in the world, you know, world of football tries to play, you know, from the back with a possession, with inverted fullbacks or whatever, you know, a lot of things always go back to Pep, you know, and I think also in the future, you know, when he retires one day, or when we all will not be here one day anymore, I think there will be a big connection between him and that type of play.
When you were at Barcelona, did you still see elements of his legacy present at Barcelona?
Yes, the way we wanted to play, you know, last season, obviously very similar, you know, to the way that I've played at City under Pep. I feel like just in general the identity, you know, of Barca is that type of football, is that type of that type of game, you know, and that is something probably that was there before Pep, and Pep obviously has gained from that, but then also like he kind of changed maybe certain aspects, you know, and readapted to the modern type of football, and that's something very unique, I think.